Every morning, before the sun rose, Amina would quietly wake up. She would look at Noor sleeping peacefully beside her and gently move her hair away from her face. Sometimes she would smile, sometimes her eyes would fill with tears, but she would always whisper, "You will have a better life, my child." Then she would get up and start her day. She would prepare simple food, sometimes just bread and tea. There were days when there was very little food, but she always made sure Noor ate first. If Noor ever asked, "Ami, aren't you hungry?" Amina would always reply with a soft smile, "No, my dear, I already ate." As Noor grew older, she started going to school. She was a quiet and kind girl. She didn't have fancy clothes or expensive books, but she had something more valuable: good manners and a pure heart. Her teachers liked her because she was respectful and always ready to help others. Every day after school, Noor would run home as fast as she could. As soon as she entered the house, she would call out, "Ami, I'm home!" No matter how tired Amina was, she would always respond with warmth. "Come, my child, tell me about your day." Noor would sit beside her and talk about everything. Her classes, her friends, the little things that made her smile, and sometimes the things that made her sad. Amina would listen carefully, giving her full attention, as if nothing in the world was more important than those moments. At night, before sleeping, Noor had a habit. She would hold her mother's hand and say, "Ami, tell me a story." Amina would tell her stories of brave girls, kind hearts, and hopeful dreams. Her voice was soft and calming. Noor would slowly fall asleep while listening, but Amina would stay awake a little longer, watching her daughter, making silent prayers for her future. Life was not easy. There were many days when Amina had to work extra hours. She cleaned houses, washed clothes, and sometimes even worked late into the night. Her hands became rough, and her body often felt weak, but she never showed her pain. One evening, Noor came home earlier than usual. As she entered the house, she saw her mother sitting alone, holding some coins in her hands. Amina looked worried. Noor quietly stood there, watching her. After a moment, she asked softly, "Amma, are we poor?" Amina looked at her daughter and paused. Then she smiled gently and said, "We may not have a lot of money, but we have love, respect, and each other. That makes us richer than many people." Noor didn't fully understand at that time, but she felt the truth in her mother's words. She went closer and hugged her tightly. From that day, something changed in Noor. She started noticing things more deeply. She saw how her mother skipped meals, how she hid her pain, and how she always put Noor first. Noor decided she would not stay a child forever. She began helping at home. She cleaned, cooked simple meals, and took care of small responsibilities. Sometimes, she would help younger children in the neighborhood with their homework and earn a few coins. She never told her mother, but she would quietly place the money in a small box at home. Amina noticed everything but said nothing. Her heart was filled with pride and love. Years passed and Noor grew into a young girl. She was stronger now, both in heart and mind. One day, she said to her mother, "Ami, I want to become a teacher." Amina looked at her with shining eyes. "You will become whatever you dream of," she said. But deep inside, she was worried. Education required money, and money was something they always struggled with. Still, Amina did not let fear stop her. She worked even harder than before. She took more work, rested less, and pushed herself beyond her limits. One day, Amina fell sick. She had a high fever, and her body was very weak. Noor saw her trying to get up and go to work. "Ami, please don't go," Noor said, holding her hand. "If I don't go, how will we manage?" Amina replied softly. Noor's eyes filled with tears. "We will manage together," she said. That day, Noor made a strong decision. She started working more. She gave tuitions, helped people with small tasks, and continued her studies with full dedication. Slowly, her hard work paid off. She passed her exams with good results. Then one day, she received news that she had been selected for a teaching job in a nearby school. She couldn't believe it. She ran home, her heart beating fast, and as soon as she saw her mother, she said, "Amma, I did it!" Amina looked at her, confused for a moment, and then realized what had happened. Tears rolled down her face as she hugged Noor tightly. "I always knew you would," she whispered. When Noor received her first salary, she held the money in her hands for a long time. Then she went to her mother and placed it gently in her hands. "This is yours, Ami," she said. Amina shook her head. "No, my child, this is yours." Noor smiled softly. "Everything I have is because of you." From that day, their life slowly began to change. They moved into a better home. There was enough food, enough light, and a sense of peace they had never felt before. But even after everything improved, one thing never changed. their love. Every evening, they still sat together, drank tea, and talked about their day. Sometimes they laughed, sometimes they remembered the past, and sometimes they just sat quietly, enjoying each other's presence. One night, Amina looked at Noor and said softly, "I have only one fear." Noor turned to her. "What is it, Ami?" "I fear the day I won't be with you." Noor immediately held her hand tightly. "You will always be with me," she said. "In my heart, in my thoughts, in everything I do." Amina smiled, her eyes full of love. Years later, Noor became a respected teacher. People admired her kindness, her strength, and her patience. But whenever someone asked her, "What is the reason behind your success?" she would always give the same answer: "My mother," because she knew the truth. Behind every strong daughter, there is a mother who never gave up. And behind every success, there is a story of silent sacrifices, unseen struggles, and endless love. And even though time continued to move forward, one thing remained unchanged: the bond between a mother and her daughter, a bond that could never be broken, a love that could never fade, and a story that would live on forever. Lesson of the story. This story teaches us that a mother's love is the most powerful and selfless love in the world. A mother sacrifices her comfort, her happiness, and even her needs just to give her child a better life. It also teaches us that we should respect, love, and take care of our parents, especially our mother, because she does everything for us without expecting anything in return. Another important lesson is that hard work, patience, and determination can change life. Noor did not give up even when life was difficult. She worked hard, stayed strong, and fulfilled her dreams. In the end, the story shows that true success is not just about money or success, but about love, sacrifice, and being grateful to the person who helped us reach where we are.